going on, guys?
Like
Straight Secret Society, Hot Dog, and
Life is Memories, the Relentless DJ Quick Jackson.
Find out. Let me find
So
out.
let me find out. You know, I'm sitting here with the hot dog
You,
barber.
bro,
bad.
I see you everywhere. Okay, he's a great guy. Don't get me wrong, but you're everywhere. I see you plastered everywhere. Is it true that your hands are a lethal weapon?
They are a lethal weapon. If you guys saw one of my last fights, shoot, it was a 1 minute, 1 second, pow.
Knockout?
Yeah, drop that fool.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, here with us, we do have a pro MMA fighter, trainer, marketing, video specialist, videographer, coach, meal prep, etc. Whatever you want to say. Guys, Jack of all trades here. Seriously, you're plastered all over. We've seen you all around Tri-Cities.
Respect. Life is life. So,
I swear, if I go onto like any social media, I see you just kind of walk in the background. I see a picture of you on somewhere. I see you everywhere, dude. I mean, like you got so many different, like you got so much going on. You got so many rules in life. You know what? How do you do it? How do you do it? Tell me how you do it.
One day or day one. Can't stop, won't stop. That's the motto. Been running with it for, I don't know, for life. And life is memories. There's a meaning behind it. Like everybody should live life. And you make memories every day. And so I think that's what you're gonna remember at the end of the day. So continue to make them, take chances. Don't stay on that start line.
So how do you balance being able to not stop? Because there are some people who can stop
And they feel
and
tired.
and they get tired and they do that and then they're like, all right. So how do you just not stop? What keeps you balanced and motivated?
Yeah, how do you stop the plateau? Like you were saying, it's an easy way to just kind of do this.
Got you. I don't know. You want to continue to get 1% better. And if you're doing any type of job, I feel like you got to do it with passion. If there's no passion behind it, then you got to have the discipline behind it. So if you're gonna want to be good at something, you got to be disciplined and do it every day. You can't make an excuse. Say I'm tired. Of course you're tired because you were putting in work, right? So it's as a result of you putting in work.
Okay, so now as an MMA fighter, how have these fights, this training, how has that taught you, besides putting in the work and constantly grinding, how else has that taught you to, per se, just kind of shoot here? How has that, like, taught you to teach others?
Just giving back to the community. I became a coach at a very young age, and I don't know. I try to be a teacher at life, and I'm not perfect. There's always going to be road bumps. But what I hear a lot is people want instant gratification. Everything takes a little bit of time. You're going to plant a tree, or if you're going to raise a baby or a dog or whatever it may be, everything takes some time. And I think people stop and don't reciprocate back to that. That everything takes a little bit of time, and everybody wants that. Okay, yeah, boom, spur of the moment, it happened.
Yeah.
That does happen. I'm not gonna lie, but that really do happen sometimes.
No,
but that's
it now.
luck.
You know, you want it now, and how could you not?
But sometimes that's luck. You guys talk. Everybody talks about that's the 1%, right? How you gonna just become the 1%?
You got to work at it.
You gotta work
constantly.
You gotta give a little to take a little.
Yeah, there you go. It's you get an inch and you gotta try to go take a mile. You're like,
Yeah.
well, that's not how I want. I want to keep going.
Yeah. But with work ethic, you can constantly see that people aren't running the same speed as you are. You know, how do you not let that affect you?
I don't know. It's a chase. And some people chase money, and some people just chase making a memory. And like I said, finding that passion within whatever you're doing. For like prime example, like with one of my businesses, meal prep. I'm 3 years deep. I don't have my own restaurant and all that yet, but I have my steady clientele, and I've recognized what the ups and downs of that business are with the food industry, no different than barbering. And if you don't put yourself out there, if you don't continue to do that, you're just like, oh, I had a good day. All right, bet now it's just gonna happen. That's what I feel like people fall into, and then that's why they hit that plateau. Because they're just like, they have good days, bad days, and they have another bad day, and they're just like, oh, it's not gonna get better. They don't think that light's gonna come back. So I think
it's hard to find that light sometimes for some people. You know, so what do you do to constantly stay in the light?
I don't know. I think it's a lot to do with like your mindset. Where I preach health as well. I think you got to find that balance in life and continue to eat good foods, get a little bit of exercise, continue to learn something new every day. It's just trying to become better for that day and waking up grateful because you can move your hands, your feet. Because some people don't even have that type of blessing.
So, guys, besides being an athlete, this guy's also a barber. I mean, jack of all trades, man. Like I said, the list goes on and on and on. How did you get into barbering?
I don't know. I met you when I started barbering, boss. We were on the same
I
time.
know, but these guys got to know.
And it's Johnny Blade over in Tri Cities when I first moved there. Me and him met in a funny way. Like I was just getting my haircut for my fights. I was like, everybody's had to come with the image, right? You got to look professional. You want to look good, look good, feel good, you'll fight good. So me, I was like, all right, cool. I want to run with the design on the side of my head, whatever it may be. I'm gonna do a different design. I have different shorts, trying to give you that charisma behind. And one of the times I didn't have my barber available, so I went to that shop. I tried to take a chance on a barber. He did pretty good. Not gonna lie, until we got to the very end. I let him give him a chance on the design, and he went back and tried to touch the design up, and that's when he messed up. And I was just like, ah. I was like, I was a little mad because I was like, I thought he was already done, and then he went back and tried to fix it. And I was like, bro, you didn't need to fix it though. So not a problem, but wasn't a problem. It needed to be fixed. And so I was like, hey, yo, who's the owner? Because he was known for doing designs. And I was like, hey, boss, where's he at? I need this fixed now because I don't feel good.
No joke.
Yeah, I don't feel good.
Man's had a Karen's moment. I'm just playing.
I did. I was like,
where's
man.
manager at?
I was like, I don't feel good. I'm not gonna fight good. I'm like, fuck, what is on my mindset now? So I was like, hey, he came in. He touched it up a little bit, made me feel a little bit better, and then I came back for a future haircut, and we just kind of chopped it up. From there, he kind of does a lot of community work, like mindsets, and I feel like everybody should do that. And so when we saw eye to eye that, I just want to kind of jump on board and join the projects. I was new to the city, and that was the type of people I wanted to surround myself with.
And you know, you did show up to the city. You came all the way from Houston.
H-Town.
You already know, and you're from here though.
I am from here too.
You went there, came back, and like, come on, man. You've been out there busting, grinding. I've seen it since the beginning of the
You like to travel?
Of the burritos.
You like to
good
travel?
Stuff. I love to travel. You know me.
So I try to. I feel like the more places you go, the more people you can influence, and then you can speak out to that audience.
Absolutely.
Kind of gives you that voice. And so with the platform, I just want to do good. I want to continue to elevate people, motivate, elevate.
When's your next fight?
October 14th. Tune into that. Peak Fighting Championships. Believe that we'll be back in Frisco, down in Texas. So getting the paperwork side, the contract's all squared away. And then, like I said, August 14th, stay tuned for another relentless battle.
Come on now. We stay watching those over at Top Shelf. So if you guys ever want to come through, October 14th, it'll be playing. Best believe. You already know.
Tune in.
Absolutely, absolutely. So lastly, what kind of a message would you want to leave, for everybody here? What, given your unique journey and your experiences, man, since you are a fighter, since you're a barber, since you market and stuff, what do you think these kids can, I don't say necessarily the kids, but you know what I mean? What do you think these people can benefit from watching this?
Learn how to bring value. And when you learn how to bring value to whatever an issue or problem is, a business, sport, whatever, bring some value, and I think you'll start to see a lot of that light that you were talking about.
Honestly, and I want you to dig a little deeper on this because I hear this a lot. Is they're like, bring value, right? What exactly does bringing value mean? And I personally, what I could see that being at bare minimum, doing someone's laundry for them. Everybody needs that kind of stuff. Well, what do you think? Like, if you're going into, let's say, a restaurant, what would that look like?
At the restaurant, if I see, prime example, it's as simple as that. If your waiter does a good job, it's leaving a good tip. Regardless if you can't really do it, you kind of do just and try to get at least that 10 or 15%. Like, another aspect, if greeting somebody at the door or holding the door for somebody when they first got there. Like, it's starting the experience off or helping elevate that experience. Instead of, if there's an issue, try not to get mad. Don't give them a strikeout right away. So put yourself in their shoes and, I don't know, try to be helpful.
Guys, and with that, I think that just means be kind. And seriously, this man could throw hands if he wanted to. But I'm going to let you know right now, you don't want to be on that side. That's why this homie's nice. He legally cannot throw hands.
I don't know. In Washington, it's a mutual combat rule, but
True.
Hey,
it is true.
I don't know
That being
if I
said,
if I fear for my life, shoot,
I think like
got
one of
another thing
He
coming.
said he's coming. Pop, 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 pop.
I don't know what happened.
No, no, man. That's no problem. All right, man. Well, that's good work. I
Appreciate you
appreciate
guys.
that, man.
Appreciate you guys'
Yeah,
time. It's a blessing to be here. Be grateful.
Shout yourself out real quick.
Yeah.
Follow all the social medias. I literally got some great news. I hit 1 million on a video today.
Oh,
Not today.
come on.
Yesterday. But
Come on.
so it's I don't know. Just trust in the process. I say if you trust in the process, like I said, if you're planting a plant, it's not just gonna go. If you're trying to feed yourself, you gotta give it some time. You gotta nurture it.
Come on now.
When
We
it
need that
prospers,
money.
then you're gonna bask in the oasis. So.
Yes, sir. Welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the podcast.
Yep.